चलो।
Hello, I'm Sarvesh Nigam. Today I'm going to teach you the first lesson of class 11 CBSE. The name of the lesson is The Portrait of a Lady. The Portrait of a Lady. It is written by Kushwan Singh. What is the theme of the lesson? You can see at the board. It gives the picture of human relationship in a joint family. You can say, on the other hand, that it had been shown the healthy relationship between grandmother and his grandson. I have written the background also. There are three phases in this lesson. The first phase, which is related to the childhood of the narrator, when he went to village school. In the second phase, when he was in boyhood, he went to city school. In the third phase, when he had grown up more in early youth, he went to university. I have given the explanation para by para. Only you have to pay attention for it. The first thing is that we will discuss about the lesson. In this lesson, Kushwan Singh, who was the narrator of this lesson, had been shown the great love and affection towards his grandmother. He told in the first paragraph the physical structure of his grandfather. Even he was late, his picture was hung on the wall. He can see the picture. It had been shown that his grandfather was extremely old. He cannot express. The second thing he was describing that his grandfather wore loose-fitting clothes, a big turban, and had a long beard which covered with the chest. In the second thing, the narrator was commenting or taunting about his grandmother. First of all, he was giving the physical structure of his grandmother. He told that his grandmother was extremely old. Even his grandmother told the narrator that she was very pretty in her youngness. She was very beautiful. But the narrator, because of affection, he didn't believe. He was only commenting, taunting that she can't be pretty, or she could not be pretty in her youngness because he looked her in a old age. Second thing, the narrator was describing that when his parents were settled in a city, but they were not able to keep the narrator with them. So that's why they had sent the narrator to his grandmother. He was narrating that his grandmother, when he was in childhood and living with her, living with his grandmother, she used to wake up him early in the morning, prepared breakfast and lunch also. Here, the narrator was describing the physical structure of grandmother. He was saying that his grandmother was extremely old, especially fat, short, and very old. Uh, Specify, he was describing that the very special thing was that she was very kind and religious lady. She always tells a bits of rosary on her one hand. Second thing, the third thing, the narrator was describing that when he was living with his grandmother, grandmother helped helped him the lessons which had been given by the narrator in his school. She always helped him, and she was also going with the narrator to send him in his school. In school, there was a one special thing that a temple was attached near the school. She always used to pass her time to read the scriptures. After closing the school, the narrator and his grandmother came back, and here he had shown the special quality of the grandmother. She always fed the street dogs. She was always taking some chapatis for street dogs also. And in the second phase, we can see that in second phase, when he was in his boyhood, his parents called them and they were living with them. After then, the narrator told that the relationship between grandmother and him had been broken because the narrator was going to his English medium city school and by a motor bus. When he returned, always grandmother told that which lessons had been given by the narrator. The narrator told that he was given science lessons, English lessons, Archimedes principles, and music lessons. When she listened that music lessons was given to the narrator, she was very disappointed and depressed because she thought that it was not the work of folk people. Instead of it was the work of prostitutes and beggars. In the third phase had been started when the narrator had grown up more in his early youth. He went to university, where the relationship had been broken completely. Here he was given a separate room. He could not meet he could not meet her grandmother in a regular way, which he passed in his childhood. In the third phase, it had been shown when university after university, the narrator used to go. The narrator had to go to further study, and he had to go abroad for 5 years. Uh, when the grandmother listened him, she was very distressed, but there was no emotion on her face. She went with him for giving the farewell. Actually, there was no emotion. The narrator was very also disappointed because he thought that he could not meet his grandmother after 5 years because she was very old. But after 5 years, when the narrator returned, his grandmother came to receive him. When the narrator saw his grandmother, he was very happy because he didn't look old, very old. Now, after the third phase, after coming back of the narrator, the grandmother was very happy and she had given a party, a music party in her home. She was extremely happy. Uh, so that's why, but the problem is there that in evening a sudden change came. The grandmother was suffering from fever. The narrator called the doctor, but she knew that her end was near. So that's why after the we can see that after dying her grandmother, here you can see the special quality of his grandmother that she always feeds uh, animals just like when she was in village she always used to feed the village street dogs. In the second phase in his childhood when they they were settled in city there were no street dogs, so that's why his grandmother always fed the sparrows in a regular way. She always spinning wheels to pass her time. Then think when after dying her grandmother, there was a great shock for the narrator and his family. Even on the regular basis,